Now I'm going to cover D2, Shrine of the Kuo Toa. Now, before I get into this, I want to mention some of the things that were different about this because I was running it with Lamentations of Flame Princess. As I said in an earlier video, I took away the magical pluses of the magical weapons of the Drow. I didn't take away the properties of their cloaks and boots of Elvenkind, though none of the players ever figured those out. There were also a particular way of hiding treasure that Gygax used multiple times in this series, and the players never did figure that out. So there's a lot of treasure they didn't find. But I did keep the magical bonuses of the Drow weapons, but I didn't make it a +1. So it wasn't that the sword did a D8 +1 because I'm on the computer and I can make the size of the die any size I want. I would add the pluses to the number of sides of the die. So I could still roll a 1 for damage, but they might also, so instead of a D8 +1, it'd be a D9, and I could roll a 9. So that was different, and none of the players ever took any of the Drow magical weapons, which it's just the way it goes. Because we came from Veins of the Earth, the players were used to small caves. They were used to caves that you couldn't walk in, that you had to crawl in. They were used to caves that you couldn't crawl in. They're too small for that. You had to slither. They were used to caves, to letterbox squeezes, where even slithering, it was too small for that. You had to tilt your shoulders to get through it. So D1 comes with this map, and I didn't recognize until after we had gone a long way through D3 that there's more than one of these kinds of maps. It's sample passage here. And the passage is a walk. It's much wider than the players are used to. Right now it's set up for after D1. So I went from letterbox crawls, squeezes, stuff to this big one here on the far left here. And I went through that. And then I had them go through the middle one so I could get a feel for, ooh, the caves are getting bigger. And then I had them go through the next one so they could get a feel for, wow, they could walk 4 abreast in this cave. That's amazing. So, yeah, so they fled on the backs of the elf pack lizards through the cave and ended up. Another incident happened in D1. There's a lich there. And I met the lich, and I fought the lich, and the lich cast Otto's Irresistible Dance, which I don't understand why. That's an 8th level spell, but there's no save against it. But you got to roll to hit, and it's not so easy for magic users to roll to hit, but it is pretty easy for a lich to roll to hit. So one of the characters got hit with that. And then another of her spells was Raise the Dead, where a horde of zombies, 77 zombies, appeared and started doing what the magic user did. And so the players were able to make peace with the lich, but the spell was still going, so they had like a little dance party with the lich and the zombies, and the character who's under Otto's Irresistible Dance. So that was a bit funny. So they went with the pack lizards. They also, at one point, the magic user casts Animate Dead and animated some zombies out of some of the drow that were killed. Now, let's find the next map. No, not that one. that one. Where is that map? Ah, there it is. Okay. Okay. Yeah. So, um, they went up here, came into this place where there was a river and a boat and a ferryman and a big fish. And the ferryman, they paid him to take him across, and then they got in a fight with him and killed him and took his treasure. That was something in Lamentations. Identify is really hard to cast. You need a laboratory to do that. So, to make it easier for the players, I had all potions in this labeled. Sometimes the labels were misleading, like there was a protection from poison potion that was labeled poison. But for the most part, they were pretty accurate. And so this made them not have to go to build a laboratory just to find out what the potion did. They could just take their chance that